Good morning, everybody. Today I want to do just a small talk on Catasetum type orchids. Let's take a look at what I got, and I'll do a little discussion on them. Now this one here, as you can see, the roots are almost long enough to water. I usually wait until the roots get 4 to 6 inches long before I water. And as you can see, it's growing a flower spike on it. And here's the next one. It's got a nice new growth on it. And the root system's getting fairly long, as you can see. So it won't be too much longer before I can start to water this one also. Like I say, 4 to 6 inches on these roots, because you definitely don't want to rot them out when they're first coming on. And if you water them too soon before, like if you start watering them with the roots just this long, these roots are going to die off, and then you may not get new roots on this new growth. And it will die off and still the plant, so you definitely don't want to do that. Here's the next one that's coming out of dormancy. As you can see, it has a growth here, a growth here, and a growth point here. And I am not watering this at all, as you can see. And I will not water it until those roots get long enough. If you don't water it, it isn't going to hurt anything, because these new growths are getting its energy from your back bulb here. This is supplying all of the energy that your new growths need until the roots get long enough that you can water them. The only damage you're going to do by not watering the new starts until the roots are long enough is this back bulb is going to shrivel up some on you. But 9 times out of 10, once these get long enough roots and you start watering it, this back bulb will plump back up again. So, like I say, there's really no reason to water them right at the moment until they get their root system, because they're living off of these back bulbs here until they do have enough root system. And as you can see, my back bulbs have not wrinkled or desiccated any whatsoever from not watering. They're still nice and plump and firm. Here's another example coming out of dormancy. And as you can see, the roots are just starting to emerge. So it'll still be probably another month, maybe, if not longer, before I water this thing. The back bulbs are starting to shrivel just a little bit, but this back bulb isn't. And neither are these. So this has plenty of energy to support this new growth until the roots get long enough that I can water them. This is a new acquisition of mine. And as you can see, it's starting to get a root system on it, but they're not near long enough to start watering yet. See? They're pretty small still. So I will wait. I'll let it wrinkle up these back bulbs. I don't care if the back bulbs get wrinkled. They're just storage containers now. They're not going to do anything else. They may put out new growth, but they're not going to bloom or do anything like that for you. So why worry about this back bulb? I'm more worried about the new growth. So I do not water until those roots get long, and you can almost start seeing them down inside the pot. But like I say, this one is real close to being ready to be watered. You can see the root system is pretty extensive on it finally. It's starting to get there. So probably in another 2 weeks, maybe, I'll start watering it. Now, if your bulbs do start to desiccate a whole lot and they get really shriveled and wrinkled, you can give them like a tablespoon or two of water, but don't fully water them, because if you fully water them, you're going to kill these new roots off that aren't long enough. So in my opinion, it's just best to wait. It's not going to hurt a whole lot, for, like I said, for these back bulbs to shrivel up. They're just basically storage compartments now. So I hope that this helped everyone, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you as always, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, everybody.